The big story that we are tracking this hour for you, a hearty breakfast that lasted for 35 minutes, followed by a show of unity. This was in Karnataka amidst speculations of a massive political crisis in Karnataka for the Congress party. Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar and Chief Minister Siddaramaiah made it very clear that they have no differences and they will strictly abide by what the High Command said. On the other hand, Rahul Gandhi also met Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, and that meeting lasted for 40 minutes, following which the two leaders discussed Karnataka, and Kharge also met his son and Karnataka MLA Sharad Bachegowda. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah said that their focus is 2028 and the local polls. He made it clear that there has been no differences whatsoever, either in the past or in the future, and from tomorrow onwards, there will be no confusion at all in the party. Siddaramaiah also confirmed NDTV's big news break that it was K.C. Venugopal who actually called for the breakfast meeting for the two leaders to come together and sort out differences, project a united front. And singing in the same voice as Siddaramaiah was D.K. Shivakumar, who also said that there were no factions and they were all loyal soldiers of the Congress party. On the question of visiting Delhi, D.K. Shivakumar said that they will travel to Delhi if the High Command calls for such a meeting. Listen in to some reactions coming in on that big story.
Idli, sambar, upma on the menu. But when Siddaramaiah and D.K. Shivakumar met for breakfast, it was the CM chair conversation that was on the table. After days of suspense, cryptic posts and muscle flex, D.K. Shivakumar drove into Siddaramaiah's residence just a little after 9 a.m. With a Gucci scarf wrapped around his neck, both DKS and Siddaramaiah looked somber. With them was the Chief Minister's legal advisor, A.S. Ponnanna. The breakfast talks lasted over 30 minutes. Sources have told NDTV that while publicly both leaders are saying the right things, in the breakfast meeting, DKS reiterated the demand for power transition by 2027. After breaking bread together, the Chief Minister and his deputy walked together smiling and addressed a joint press conference. Both reiterated that there was no confusion and that the party and the leadership was united.
Whatever High Command tells, agreement is there 2.5 years. Whatever High Command tells, you'll obey.
ರಾಜಕೀಯವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮಿಬ್ಬರದು ಕೂಡ ಒಂದೇ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ. ಪಕ್ಷದ ವರಿಷ್ಠರು ನಮ್ಮ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಹಿಂದೆನೂ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಾವು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ನಮ್ಮದು ಅಚಲ. ಯಾರು ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ತಾವೇ ಆಗಲಿ ತಮಗೆ ಗುಂಪು, ನಮ್ದು ಯಾವ ಗುಂಪು ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಯಾವ ಗುಂಪಿಗೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅವ್ರ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲೂ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಡಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಇವತ್ತು ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆಯೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ದು ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಗುಂಪು, ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಗುಂಪು.
But beyond the optics, one thing is certain. This season of Karnataka Game of Thrones is far from over. Siddaramaiah and D.K. Shivakumar have left it to the High Command, and it's clear that the top brass will have to step in to end the power tussle.
After several days of political drama, finally the Chief Minister and his deputy met for a breakfast. Was this mere optics, or was there more in the meeting than we heard in that press conference? Well, in the days to come, how will the High Command really handle the impending situation in Karnataka is also noteworthy. With Rituraj Purohit, this is Deepak Gopinath for NDTV from Bengaluru.
Turning attention now to Uttar Pradesh, where Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav has launched a strong attack on the Election Commission, alleging that its staff is being pushed to rush through the SIR process. In fact, Akhilesh Yadav questioned what's the hurry and raised concerns after a supervisor in Fatehpur reportedly died under pressure. Akhilesh said that EC employees are overworked, unsupported and are at risk. Akhilesh Yadav has made a big allegation saying that it's time for the commission to step in. But the BJP has hit back, with the BJP MP Sambit Patra saying that Akhilesh Yadav doesn't really understand what the process is and actually is misleading the people. Sambit Patra also points to the Bihar elections, where he said that the RJD's focus was also SIR again and again, and that actually backfired for the party when the election results came in. Listen in to what exactly Akhilesh Yadav said and a rebuttal that came in from the BJP.
और कल रात जब मैं फतेहपुर में गया था, उन सुपरवाइजर के परिवार के लोगों से जब मैं मिला हूं, उनसे जो बातचीत हुई है, उस बातचीत के दौरान उनकी बहन, उनके परिवार, उनके तमाम जो सहयोगी साथी थे, वो यही बता रहे थे कि उनके ऊपर लगातार सरकार के माध्यम से दबाव बनाया जा रहा था कि जल्दी करिए और जल्दी फॉर्म बंटवाइए, जल्दी फॉर्म भरवाइए। और उसका परिणाम यह हुआ कि उन्होंने आत्महत्या कर ली। उस परिवार की भी मैं मदद कर करके आया हूं। तो आखिरकार जल्दी क्या है शायर की? वेस्ट बंगाल के भी लोग ये कह रहे हैं कि चुनाव आयोग के खून से हाथ रंग गए हैं। अब इन लोगों की जान गई है, कौन मदद करेगा? चुनाव आयोग को सामने आना चाहिए, मदद करना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये सब कर्मचारी, अधिकारी चुनाव आयोग के लिए काम कर रहे हैं।
और अखिलेश यादव जी ने कहा एसआईआर होगा तो आरक्षण समाप्त हो जाएगा, नौकरी चली जाएंगी, महंगाई बढ़ जाएगी। मुझे तो लगता है एसआईआर के विषय में अखिलेश यादव जी को ट्रेनिंग लेनी चाहिए कि चाहे वो अखिलेश यादव जी हो, चाहे वो राहुल गांधी हो, चाहे वो ममता बनर्जी हो, ये सारे लोग चुनाव लड़ने से पहले ही हार मान जाते हैं। वही गलती अब अखिलेश यादव उत्तर प्रदेश में कर रहे हैं। ये और कुछ नहीं, एक एंटिसिपेटरी बेल है। उन्हें पता है कि हार होने वाली है, उन्हें पता है करारा हार के साथ जो हाल आरजेडी का बिहार में हुआ, वही समाजवादी पार्टी का भी उत्तर प्रदेश में होने वाला है।
Turning attention now to Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, where authorities are now bracing for Cyclone Ditwah, which is making its way from Sri Lanka. Remember, the cyclonic storm has killed over 100 people in Sri Lanka so far, and the storm is likely to reach southwest Bay of Bengal over North Tamil Nadu and Puducherry early tomorrow. And in fact, India has sent another IAF aircraft to Colombo with relief material. External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar confirmed that a total of 27 tons of aid has been delivered so far under Operation Sagar Bandhu, with more assistance on the way. And these visuals, viewers, tell you exactly the kind of devastation that has happened in Sri Lanka. First, the cyclone Ditwah has left Sri Lanka reeling in its wake. Over 120 dead, more than 130 missing. Entire communities cut off by floods and landslides mark one of the island nation's worst disasters in recent memory. Sri Lankan President Kumara Dissanayake has declared a state of emergency in the country. Sri Lanka has been battered by severe weather since last week, and its conditions have actually worsened with heavy downpours that flooded homes, fields and roads and have triggered landslides. Most reservoirs and rivers have now overflowed, blocking roads. Cyclone Ditwah has swept across Sri Lanka, flooding along with heavy rainfall that has toppled trees, washed away parts of roads, homes that are now partially submerged. Severe impact of Cyclone Ditwah has brought powerful winds, torrential rain and widespread disruption across coastal regions. And two Chetak helicopters from the Indian aircraft carrier INS Vikrant are supporting Sri Lanka's search and rescue ops in the aftermath of Cyclone Ditwah, with Sri Lankan Air Force personnel on board. This action follows a formal request from the Sri Lankan government for assistance from the Indian warship to help with its rescue operations. The INS Vikrant itself recently docked in Colombo before being utilized and being roped in for these rescue missions. In fact, also we spoke, let's in fact get in Sri Lankan reporter Zulfiq Farzan, who joins us for more updates on this story and fills us in with how things are looking right now on ground.
Well, earlier in the day, President Kumara Dissanayake declared a state of public emergency here in Sri Lanka following the devastating floods and landslides that affected almost every part of the country. Now, speaking of the search and rescue operations, before that, I wish to touch on the latest update, which is 153 people are now confirmed dead by the Disaster Management Center as a result of the aftermath of this cyclone that triggered floods and landslides across Sri Lanka. And at the same time, more than 190 people are reported missing as of this moment. Now, there's something interesting here because these are figures that are coming in of places that these officials and the military and other search and rescue operators can go and access and get the count of. But there are certain villages, certain towns that have been completely cut off. We've just got information that some bridges connecting villages and towns have been completely cut off, completely washed off by the flash floods, making it impossible for some of these search and rescue operators and even the military that has been mobilized to reach those locations and save those who are trapped and also recover anyone who is deceased in those areas. On search and rescue, today, Chetak helicopters from the INS Vikrant were dispatched to carry out a search and rescue operation, and they recovered several individuals from two families. And at the same time, two IAF helicopters landed at the Bandaranaike airport, and those helicopters too will be deployed for search and rescue operations, in addition to the two Chetak helicopters on INS Vikrant and the Sri Lanka Air Force helicopters.
In one of the biggest drug busts in recent times, viewers, a nationwide Nigerian drug cartel was smashed in a multi-state operation that was led by Telangana's Eagle Force at the Delhi Police Crime Branch as well as NCB. 50 Nigerians have been arrested, dozens of mule accounts have been found, 100 bank accounts frozen, 2,000 people to who they were supplied to have been identified, and drugs worth 3.5 crore rupees have been seized. NDTV's Uma Sudhir reports on how this entire network worked and, more importantly, how it was taken down.
The heel of a sandal in which narcotics was concealed and couriered. Shirts in which MDMA or cocaine was hidden for transport through regular courier services. This was the modus operandi of a sophisticated drug cartel that supplied narcotics to over 2,000 consumers and peddlers across India. It all started with true drug cases that were booked in Telangana that were traced to a Nigerian handler, Nick, who lived abroad. After months of intelligence gathering, 124 police officers belonging to Telangana's elite anti-narcotics task force called Eagle travelled in 2 train bogies to Delhi. They coordinated with 100 officers of Delhi's crime branch and also the Narcotics Control Bureau. There were 15 days of surveillance, 5 days of recce on foot, after which there was a coordinated strike on 20 different locations in Delhi itself and also simultaneous raids in Noida, Gwalior and Visakhapatnam. Investigators mapped 30 courier offices frequently used by the cartel and uncovered thousands of parcel details. The narcotics were being packed and dispatched from Delhi ghettos at Munirka, Mehrauli, Santgar, where the drugs were hidden inside parcels of shoes, garments, cosmetics, in merchandise purchased online for concealment and couriered using major networks like DTDC, Tracon, Professional Couriers, India Post, Blue Dart and so on. 50 overstaying Nigerians were arrested, including cartel kingpins. Drugs worth 3.5 crore rupees was seized, including 5,340 ecstasy pills, 250 grams of cocaine, 109 grams of heroin, and 250 grams of methamphetamine. Investigators found 59 mule accounts in which 7.88 crore rupees was traced, and 107 bank accounts were frozen. Among those arrested is Badruddin, identified as a cartel kingpin, who investigators have established laundered 15 crore rupees under the garb of a fake garment business. Also arrested is Titin Gutte, major mule account holder, and Yuvraj Solanki, who was arrested in Gwalior. While the multi-state operation was carried out with patience, precision and professionalism, the concern is systemic vulnerabilities, from lax visa monitoring to unregulated courier networks and banking loopholes. While the illegally staying Nigerians are being deported, how do we stop deported criminals from returning and exploiting the loopholes is the question. In Hyderabad, with camera person Nagraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
On that note, a quick break. We will come back with more stories on the other side. Stay with us. Well, viewers, it's the very happening wedding season and shadi shopping is in full swing. My colleague Mayank Chaudhary finds out what are the top trends this wedding season in the capital.
Indian fashion calendar, wedding season is considered as the hottest time. Fashion designers go all out with their collections and buyers don't spare any expenses. We find out what are the top trends this wedding season. As a designer, what trends are you noticing this season?
I mean, trends are made to be broken. So I will just go out there and tell each and every bride, stop following everyone. Stop looking like someone else. Follow individuality. Look into what you really like, what looks good on you. But having said that, see, I feel this season, coming season, red is going to be coming back with a big bang. But having said that, pastels will play a very, very important major role.
What are the guys wearing? I would want you to throw some light. What are the groomsmen? What are the men wearing this wedding season?
Okay, so before we get into that, no one anymore is now worried or scared. They're all very informed. I mean, everything is on our tips, and look at how things are changing with AI. You know, you want to be yourself, and gone are the days when your parents, your family, your sister, your fiance is deciding what you'll wear. Now we have men coming in with full clarity of what they want, what kind of color they want. They know exactly what they've seen and how they want to look.
So guys are equally involved, just like the brides.
Completely. Even, I mean, now it's about they want to match the look with the bride, and they want to make sure they're looking equally good. Everything.
Have you encountered a groomzilla yet?
Oh man, yeah, I'm sure that's gonna happen soon. But but having said that, the point is that these are memories for a lifetime.
You know, wedding business, won't be wrong to say that in Indian fashion calendar, the wedding time is one of the busiest time for designers as well as buyers, because today an Indian buyer goes all out and doesn't spare any expense when it's their wedding, right? So, and as you said, 1,000 man hours, lot of brilliant display of craftsmanship, lot of work, textiles, fabrics go into it. What are we talking? What is the price range we're looking at? You know what?
I mean, okay, so the prices, they all vary, but it's about price is not the it's not the criteria here that we're focusing on. We're focusing on craftsmanship. If you like something, you really love it, you just want to own it. I think that's how probably I have learned under the great Rohit Balgudda, because just focus on the work that you want to do. Rest, don't worry. Someone who loves it will always take it.
Spoken like a true politician. Love that. Love that. So price doesn't matter. As a designer, what trends are you noticing this wedding season?
I think today's bride has really evolved. They're not taking any traditional, conservative approach while choosing their options for their big day. They're always, on the go, researching what trends are going, what brands are doing what. They're very well aware. It's not just few names they have in their bucket list. They have entire pool. Especially for this season, we have explored a lot of color blocking in terms of lehenga. I would like to show you a couple of our pieces which we have explored this year. So something like this, which is, it's a very statement piece. It's if any bride's going to wear it, choose something like this, they're going to stand out, because you will not find any other bride wearing something similar. So, and it's perfect for mehndi, sangeet, destination wedding, all the fun events. Any bridal outfit complete when you have an amazing dupatta. So we've explored very interesting. This is a new textile that we have worked on, like a double sweat velvet lace. You won't get anywhere else. We've developed it. It's a new textile which is very graphical in a way, and it's interesting. It's just adding a color pop with rest of it. The interesting part is it makes things come true when you wish for whatever you wish for. So if you whisper anything in her ear,
I do have something, Siddharth. I would like to whisper to this cow that I'm attending a cocktail event tomorrow in Jaipur, and because I'm shooting and I'm working, I don't have much time to dress. So let's see what does this cow do for me. I mean, look at that. Thank you. There's so much happening here, and I love it. If I ever get married, would you dress me? I just need to find the right man now. No wonder it's called the big fat Indian wedding. Be it fashion, food, travel, decor, people go all out. Businesses, especially luxury businesses, see a boom like no other time. Just this year, we're expecting somewhere around 46 lakh weddings and generate income over 4.6 lakh crores in businesses, which is 10% higher than last year. With camera person Sachin Gupta, this is Mayank Chaudhary for NDTV.